I'm talking to the woman today who's trying to live a healthy lifestyle, eating the right foods, not overeating, taking supplements, probably what you've heard about on podcasts or reading through the internet on blogs about how to support health, but you're still struggling. Let me tell you, I get it because I struggle too. I just got back from a really cool conference on integrative oncology, not because I treat cancer, but because I want to prevent cancer. Because cancer is a metabolic disease. Cancer happens when your body is messed up. A tumor's not the problem. The problem is the body's inflammation and abnormal blood sugar and high insulin, messed up immune system that cannot recognize and prevent cancer. The biggest thing on my heart right now is stress. Words like nervous system regulation come to mind. You may have heard the term stress reduction. Most people have heard that. Well, they're interconnected. What nervous system regulation means is we gotta get out of the fight or flight mode. The fight or flight mode is the sympathetic dominant nervous system, which is dangers near, be ready to run, survival mode. Your body's main job in that nervous system is to keep you alive, not to help you thrive, not to help you make your contribution to the world. It's just survival. And then the parasympathetic nervous system is the relaxation mode. That's where we digest our food, sleep, procreate. That's our sex drive. That's where we heal. Through many factors, we are living our lives almost 24/7 in the sympathetic state. And I gotta tell you, you can eat right, you can exercise, you can take supplements, but if you can't regulate your nervous system and get into the parasympathetic mode, you're gonna get issues. You're not going to heal. And I fully believe that one of the reasons we get complex chronic illnesses like autoimmunity, chronic fatigue syndrome, cancer, put your disease here, is not necessarily from an overwhelming exposure. It's because we can't heal. And the only way we can heal is with the parasympathetic nervous system. Yes, we need to eat right. Yes, we need to sleep. Yes, we need to take supplements to make sure our micronutrients are optimized, and it's hard to get them from just food sources. Yes, we need to decrease our toxic load in our body. But doing all those things in the sympathetic dominant state will not allow you to heal. It is a huge boulder that you're trying to push uphill. And I feel it. I feel it because I struggle with that too. Honestly, full disclosure. You know, here I am on my way to work recording a video because it's hard for me to find the time in the rest of my day to record videos to try to get the word out about functional medicine. So believe me, I am preaching to myself here, but it's so important. And it really hit me this weekend at this conference. You know, there were people that were cancer survivors talking about how this approach to healing has helped them. And so many of them got up there and said they thought they were already living a healthy lifestyle and doing all the right things, but they were so stressed out. And then they got this cancer diagnosis, which was a huge wake-up call to them. And it wasn't until they slowed the down, excuse my language. It wasn't until they learned how to relax and tap into the parasympathetic nervous system that their health changed. So let's not wait for a cancer diagnosis, guys. Let's do it now. Let's prevent cancer. So how do we do it though? How do we tap into the parasympathetic nervous system? Well, certainly meditation. If the word meditation puts you into the sympathetic mode, you're not alone there. Meditation can seem overwhelming. You know, you sit down, you listen to somebody speaking with you, you're listening to tones or music, and you're supposed to quiet your mind, and you got this little hamster wheel going 24/7 in your head. So you may look relaxed, but if you got the hamster wheel going and you're thinking of all the things you need to do, that's not meditation. And there are people who just can't get into that meditative state, no matter how hard they try. There are some tricks. We've learned a lot about how the brain perceives information, how lights help through the optic nerve to trigger brain waves. There's certain sounds through the ears that you hear that induce that relaxation state. Binaural beats is one of them, and there's lots of options for that. Deep breathing exercises done correctly can really help to induce the parasympathetic nervous system. There's so many options out there. Qigong, the rhythmic movements in breathing, and there's things that you can find right here on YouTube that tell you how to do it without too much difficulty. In our practice, we use things like neurofeedback to help the body and the brain relax. We use frequency-specific microcurrent, which can actually, through electronic frequencies, put your body into the parasympathetic mode. And we really recommend those things to our patients who first come in and are just getting started. Yes, we need to do the right things, but if you're super stressed out all the time, doing the right things isn't enough because your body will not heal in the fight or flight mode. I mean, let's just get down to basics. When you're super stressed out, guess what kind of food you crave? You're not craving vegetables. You're craving chips or sugar or some kind of comfort food. So we really need to figure out how to get out of that rat race of a nervous system wired for fight or flight as really step one of healing. I'm sorry if that feels overwhelming because there are so many people, and I get it. I do. I feel it and I see you. But there are so many people who want to do all the right things and they're so busy and they have their calendar so full of everything that they got to do to stay healthy that they're in the sympathetic mode because they're trying so hard to stay healthy. Please take a moment, reflect, calm down, figure out how to calm down, go outside, breathe fresh air, listen to birds, whatever brings you joy, whatever brings you peace, think on these things because that's really step one to health. If this resonates with you, please send it to someone who needs it. Stick with me, follow me, subscribe, and I'll do my best to give you practical solutions so that you can take the bull by the horns, create health, and live your life like God meant you to.